now our Interim National Assembly. We are convened here as a Constituent Assembly with the very main task of creating our Constitution and establishing our quasi-constitutional laws, including the Criminal Code, the Electoral Code, and other such codes as may be necessary in the process of our nation building. To start, as presiding officer, I invite you all to stand for the national anthem of the Republic of the Philippines. Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. We shall move to the roll call of members to determine the attendance. When I state your name, please indicate your presence. Honorable Leonardo Avellino.
Present.
Honorable Domenico Avellino. Honorable Domenico Avellino.
No.
Honorable Carlito Avellino. Right, absent. Honorable Arcangelo Avellino Sr. Absent. Honorable Danis Notmiporin. Absent. Honorable Honorable Avellino. Absent. Honorable Vito Corleone.
Present.
Honorable Professor Talavera Jones. Absent. Honorable Monteclair Avellino. Absent. Honorable Conchita Carpio Morales. Absent. Honorable Nico Quezon. Absent. Honorable Ricardo Velasco. Absent. For the non-voting member, His Excellency Marco Avellino. Alright, present. Judge Francisco. He was present, but oh, wait. Hold on. A few members have joined. I will repeat the roll call. Whoever is that, turn off your mic, please. Leo, turn off mic, please. Thank you. Baka di marinig sa recording. All right, let's repeat the roll call because there are new people who have joined. Honorable Leonardo Avellino,
Present.
Honorable Domenico Avellino,
Present.
Honorable Carlito Avellino, absent. Honorable Arcangelo Avellino Sr., absent. Honorable Danis Not Miporin,
Present.
thank you. Hold on. Where's the rest of the list? Honorable Giovanni Avellino, absent. Honorable Vito Corleone,
Present.
Honorable Professor Talavera Jones, absent. Honorable Montclair Avellino,
Present.
Honorable Conchita Carpio Morales, absent. Honorable Nico Quezon, absent. Honorable Ricardo Velasco, absent. For the non-voting members, His Excellency President Marco Avellino, present.
Present, yeah, present.
Okay. General Clean Francisco, I believe he was present, but he may have had to excuse himself. And finally, last but not the least, Honorable Alexander de Guzman Quintos III.
Present.
Right, thank you. With that, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 8. We have 8 members present, including 2 of our non-voting members. The first item in our order of business is the explanation of the mechanics of this Constituent Assembly. As I have mentioned in the previous announcement, the IBP is convened as a Constituent Assembly with the purpose of creating a constitution. As such, the main theme and purpose of our deliberations would be to approve the Constitution and submit it to the people for a plebiscite. Including in our works would be to establish the organic laws necessary in ensuring that our Constitution is carried out successfully by the government and the people. Therefore, we must establish rules for the purpose of ensuring order throughout the conduct of our business. First, on voting. Voting will be done by roll call and will be recorded individually by member. We will go through each item of the Constitution or the working draft of the Constitution by article. And in each article, each section will be scrutinized by the members. On this day, as I have included in my as an announcement, the Constitution will have its first reading. Therefore, no scrutinization of the details will happen. On other days, aside from weekends, the IBP will convene to deliberate the criminal code and the electoral code that will be drafted by some of our members. I have determined that the best way for this to happen as swiftly as possible is to divide the IBP into committees that will approve each of the two codes, or another committee additionally as may be necessary if we determine another quasi-constitutional law that needs to be passed. Now, we shall proceed with the election of the officers of the IBP. As Speaker, I will need two deputy speakers. These two deputy speakers will also serve as the heads of the two committees: the Committee on the Criminal Code and the Committee on the Electoral Code. I will be giving them instructions as to what the aims of their committees are and when their meetings will happen. Our target is that this whole process will take less than 2 weeks, and preferably be able to host elections at the soonest possible time. Now I open the floor to any nomination for the position of Deputy Speaker. Any nominations?
I nominate Kiko Barzaga.
Kiko Barzaga? Kiko is not a member.
Can I nominate Leonardo Avellino?
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, members, please be patient for a sec. We are settling something. Okay, hold on. 5 minutes suspension. All right, session is resumed. slight confusion right there on the membership of one of the persons attending the proceedings today. The floor is now open again for nominations. Can we please repeat the nominations?
I nominate Leonardo Avellino as Deputy Speaker.
The Honorable Leonardo Avellino is nominated. Any other nominations? Otherwise, someone please move to close the nominations. Any other nominations?
None.
Someone move to close it.
I move to close the period of nominations.
A motion has been heard to close the nominations. Any second?
I second.
Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is
Objections.
carried.
Can I? Motion of inquiry.
All right. Motion of inquiry from from Kiko Barza.
Can someone be sergeant at arms and be a deputy speaker at the same time?
We will not have a sergeant at arms for the duration of this proceeding, as there is no credible threat to the orderliness of the proceedings, at least in the context of what we are deliberating and where we are deliberating.
Okay. I nominate Leonardo Avellino for deputy speaker.
Leonardo Avellino has already been nominated, but thank you. All right. I'll presume that the nominations have been closed since the same person has been mentioned twice. Those in favor of Leonardo Avellino as Deputy Speaker, please say aye. Actually, he's the only one after all. Sige, Leonardo Avellino being the only person nominated, he is now a deputy speaker. I will need another one.
I nominate Kiko.
The gentleman Kiko Barzaga has been nominated.
Motion of inquiry. Mr. Speaker, motion of inquiry.
Motion of inquiry from the gentleman Kiko Barzaga.
He was the first deputy speaker that you just announced.
Leonardo Avellino would be the first deputy speaker.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we need a second one, yes. So, a nomination for Kiko Barzaga. Any other nomination?
I nominate Kiko Barzaga.
Well, he's been nominated. So, all right, Kiko Barzaga, still a lone nominee. Any other nominations? Non-voting members may also be nominated if necessary.
I nominate Montclair.
A nomination from Montclair, the Honorable Montclair Avellino. We have 2 nominations. Any other? If there are no nominations, please, someone move to close the nomination.
Motion to close nominations.
A motion has been heard to close the nominations. Any second? Any second from the nomination to close, from the motion to close.
Second to close.
Seconds.
Duly seconded twice. Any objection? Hearing the chair, hearing none, the floor is now closed for nominations. All those in favor of the gentleman Kiko Barzaga, please say aye. Am I hearing none? All right. On the nomination for Montclair Avellino, anyone in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Hearing 2 ayes to none, Montclair Avellino is now a deputy speaker. All right. Now that we have elected the members of the, the officers of the assembly, I must remind that these people are expected to preside over the proceedings in my absence. That would be during weekdays, most especially. I think that that is the most sensible way to describe it. On the members of each committee, I will be asking a question later outside of the session to list which committee each member would like to be part of. We shall now move forward to the first reading of the working draft of the Constitution. Members, please be notified that the working draft has been presented on the Discord stage. Another link will be provided in the IBP server. I will be reading it from the title to the first three articles. Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. Preamble. We, the representatives of the Filipino people, legally convene to establish justice, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and ensure the blessings of liberty, imploring the aid of divine providence. In order to obtain these objectives, have voted, decreed, and approved the following. Article 1, the Republic. Section 1, the political association of all Filipinos constitutes a nation, whose state shall be named the Republic of the Philippines. Section 2, the Philippines is free and independent. Section 3, sovereignty resides exclusively in the people. Article 2, the government. The government is popular, representative, alternative, and responsible, and shall be divided among three distinct powers: legislative, executive, and judicial. Never can two or more of these powers be given to a person or corporation, nor shall the power of the legislative be vested in any single individual. Article 3 on religion. Section 1. The state recognizes the freedom and equality of all beliefs, as well as the separation of church and state, among other articles. I have written this working draft of the Constitution myself. Please review it thoroughly. We will now look into suspending the House. For a next sitting to introduce the criminal code and electoral code. Do we have any motion on what time the House will be suspended until?
Mr. Speaker, point of inquiry.
Point of inquiry from the Honorable De Guzman Quintos III.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, wouldn't it's better if we begin deliberating on the working draft so as to dispense with discussions for next time so that we are not necessarily wasting time by waiting for another day since our rules doesn't isn't really on paper and we I didn't hear any rule that we need to have separate readings on separate.
Uh, okay, the gentleman makes a really good point. With the leave of the House, with the leave of the whole assembly, are there any objections to continuing deliberations to the second reading on this day? The chair hearing none, we will proceed with the second reading on the same day for the purpose of efficiency. Thank you, Honorable De Guzman Quintos. All right. Preamble. Can all the members confirm if they are able to access the document that I have sent of the working draft?
Yes, we have.
Okay. I am hearing. Okay. Right. On the preamble, are there any, is there anything that any member would like to express on the preamble? The floor is now open to anyone who would like to speak on, who would like to interpolate on the preamble of the working draft. The preamble is on the first page after the title page, at the very top.
Mr. Speaker, having no member taking the floor to interpolate on the preamble, I move to begin interpolation on Article 1, the Republic.
Motion has been raised by the Honorable De Guzman Quintos III. Any second?
Second.
Duly seconded. Any objection? The chair hearing none, we shall proceed with interpolation on Article 1, the Republic. Any member who would like to interpolate, please, you may have the floor.
Oh, never mind.
Anyone?
To move to Article 2.
A motion has been heard to move to interpolate on Article 2. Any second?
Second.
Duly seconded. Any objections? The chair hearing none, we shall proceed to Article 2 on the government.
Point of inquiry.
Point of inquiry from the gentleman Kiko Barzaga.
Are we allowed to debate on issues?
Yes.
Sorry, please proceed, sorry. We are allowed to debate on issues, but I believe your question had something more to it.
One sec. In Article 2, it says, among three distinct powers, legislative, executive, and judicial, never can two or more of these powers be given to a person or corporation, or shall the power of the legislative be vested in any single individual. There is a loophole, two or more. Oh, never mind. I read it wrong. My bad.
Alright, well, thank you, Honorable Barzaga. Is there anyone who'd like to interpolate?
I beg not to be a pain in the ass, but I noticed there is a separate article on the government and another, or if I'm not mistaken, specifically for the discussion on the powers and duties of the executive branch, the president, the legislative, and carry. Wouldn't it be better if we include the article, the contents of Article 2 in a law that is beside or before or after the articles concerning the government itself?
The Honorable De Guzman Quintos, what would be the contents of the provision you propose to include?
No. I am just saying if the working draft is a bit, let's say, there is a content about the government in the beginning and there is another one in the middle. Wouldn't it be better if we put the one in the beginning with those in the